Hello, Jack. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah. My name is Jack Lassard. I lost an eye about, let's say in 2012. That's when it happened. I'm at the house and all of a sudden my right eye become blind, almost. So the next day I'm going down to the hospital in Saint-Sacrement, Quebec. And I went to the emergency around 11, 12 o'clock and stayed there all day up until 6 o'clock, and the girl that was there was nobody but me. That was kind of funny. I could not, I don't know, it didn't feel right, and there was a security guard and the girl, that's it. And I waited up until 6 o'clock, and she says, "Sir, you're going to have to leave, you have to come back tomorrow." I said, "What?" After I told her my eyes was blind and all that stuff. So next morning I go back to the hospital, but at this time I went to the information. Obviously I was not at the right place the day before, because it kept me there like a, I don't know.
They didn't tell you?
Like a potato.
They didn't tell you that?
No, it's just nothing. So I went to the information center and they sent me to the ophthalmology. Simple. So I went there, right down the hall about 75 feet from the information center. I saw that woman, gave him my medical card. She took the information. She said, "You're going to see Dr. Casey." All right. So second floor, I think, whatever. I'm going up there and I see Casey. Casey comes into me, blah, blah, blah. I explain him that I can't see the right eye and how it happened all of a sudden, because my eye was not sick at all, nothing, everything was perfect before that moment. So he called the nurse there in the hall. We're in the hallway, all kinds of office and everything, all the way down. So he called this girl. He says, "Give him a scan or a test," whatever the test was. So we opened that door there, and there's a big black bed, and so I lay down there. She took some kind of a mouse like you use in a computer. She goes over my head, and probably 5 minutes, maybe not, and we come out of there. Casey's in the hallway waiting for the result. He asked her like if she'd done some kind of a maneuver to the machine or a switch or something. "Did you do such a thing?" She says, "No." Casey says, "The test is no good." So I make the move to turn around. We're about 3 or 4 feet from the door. No, we don't do it again. Follow me. So I follow him.
Casey said
Yeah,
that.
the doctor,
He
Casey
didn't want to take the test anymore.
No, don't want to restart the test. But I didn't really like it. To me, it's a red light.
Yeah,
you know?
that wasn't good.
No.
Yeah.
But maybe it's so good it doesn't need any test. But he did want to have one anyway. So going to into the operating room. When I'm there, he has an assistant student there, and they work in it. One of the nurses said, "Don't be afraid." They work with the laser. Before the Casey touch it, "Don't be afraid." She says they use a laser, and it only one accident in 1,000, she said. So Casey is in with the assistant, and they work at it. It stopped. Let's say 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes, I don't know, but it took quite some time. So he stopped and he says, "We have never seen that before." Anyway, okay, never seen it. A few seconds later, he says, "Well, it's very rare." He says, they put a patch, I don't know if him or the assistant, he put a patch on my eye. It did work on it quite a bit, but it still didn't know what it was. So he says, "Stop at my office before you leave." I stop at his office, excuse me, and he says, "See me in the morning." So he gave me the address because it was not going to be at the hospital. It's down the street from the hospital on the same road, Saint-Foy, Chemin Saint-Foy, and a few blocks. So I'm going out there with my friend, driving. and look at me, took the patch off. He looked at my eye. He says, "You're lucky. The retina is okay." So I'm lucky. And he says, "I'm going to have to operate on you." He says, "They're going to give you an appointment." He says, "You have," at that point, he says, "You have blood in your eye." So he knew.
He knew that.
Well, from whatever, I don't know. Blood in your eye, and he says, "We're going to put gas in your eye to help the blood come out. So they're going to give you an appointment." So they gave me an appointment. I don't know, maybe 8, 9, 10 days, maybe 7 later. So I'm going out there and get the same routine, you know, you're on the bed, they put the bottle and with a needle in your arm. So Casey operate, he put gas in it. When he finished, he puts a patch, they do that every time, and he says, "See me in the morning, but that time at the hospital." Okay, come back to the hospital the next day, look at me, took out the patch, look at the eye, he says, "Now," he says, "the retina is messed up, detached." And he says, "You have a hole in your eye." And he says, "I am going on vacation. Somebody else is going to take care of it, or operate on you, whatever." So when I'm finished talking to him, and what am I going to do? So I'm going out the office, I look up the ceiling, and I could see clearly with that eye. In fact, I closed my eye, perfect, everything, the lights is just like the other one. Turn right back in, probably 2, 3 feet, right away. Turn right back in, open the door, Casey. Open the door, Casey is right there on that little desk. I tell him that, I said, "Hey," I said, "I looking up, and I can see everything, perfect, just as good as the other eye." Casey sits there, look at me like that. Not a word, no nothing, nothing. Just like a mummy. A real dummy. You know, when I do some work, somebody else, he tells me anything, you know, about this problem that I listen to it, you know, and I'm not a doctor, and then it gives you an idea what to do or something. No, they move just like it's none of his business.
He didn't seem to be interested.
Not at all.
Okay.
No, he's more interested in his vacation and to go to wherever it's going to go. So I'm out of there. And he had told me also to sleep on 45-degree angle.
Okay.
So that I did. I had fixed
So
me.
they gave you another appointment with another doctor.
Yeah, but 17, 18, 19 days later.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, not that, took quite some time. All right.
Then
Now,
you saw, what was the name of the other doctor?
the other doctor was Eric Tourville.
He did a surgery on your eye.
Yeah, two. Because I had 4 surgery altogether.
Okay.
2 with Casey and 2 with Tourville.
Okay.
Okay. Now, but every day, looking up, when I get out, either where I am, in the house, of course, and of course I'm sleeping on 45-degree angle, I have set a bucket seat there with the right angle, and it's easy, boom, finish. And, all right, where was I? So
about 18 days later,
Yeah.
you went to the hospital to
then
see another doctor.
I have a call from the hospital, probably on the 20th of the September, because this start on the August, around, let's say, I don't know, 12, 14 of August, with Casey with 2 operations. At the end was in September, I know that, because hey, September, maybe the 20th, on September, Eric Tourville operate on me. So, I'm going to get to the hospital. The last minutes before they're going to operate, they have that little tiny gown put on you, and there's a nurse that she asking me the last question to fill up the report, and I'm standing right behind her. There's the wall to my right there with the shelves. So she's talking to me. Tourville comes in from my left, about 6'6" giant, eating a banana and throws it on the right hand side of the desk
Of the nurse.
of the nurse. Okay, yeah, he's eating a banana and he's bang and bang on the desk. The nurse didn't even move. Probably used to. He's probably used to see that. I don't know. Anyway, and grab my record there and follow me. You know. So I'm following as we're going down the hall. He look at it and he says, "Oh," he says, "you're on gas." He says, "We're going to put oil in it. You're going to see blurry, but you're going to see." Keep on going. He says, "Stop. We're going to go onto that bed, rolling bed, whatever, where they're going to put me the needle and the bottle there and everything." He says, a couple of days later, he says, "You would lose your eye."
That means that the follow-up wasn't
no,
right.
No, it wasn't right at all. A couple of days later, it says you would have lose your eye.
Okay. Not
It's
good.
me.
Not good.
Me, I'm just, do what you want. It's not, it's not my trade. So I'm on the operation room. They work at it a good hour. Definitely. It took quite some time. And see me in the morning. Okay. So I went in the morning. He says, "I'm going to have to operate again." And he says, this time, he says, "We're going to... the first time he didn't touch the lens. He says, I think it's the second time that he says, "We're going to put a lens in it, clean it up again, and put a lens in it." Either the first or the second, that I'm not sure, but it did it anyway, whether it's the first or second time.
Because he saw a cataract?
Yeah, for the cataract. Says, "You have a little cataract, we're going to take it off and put a lens." I don't know if he done it the first time or second time, but he did it. Okay. In fact, it still hurt me. There's a piece of wire in there every time I touch it. And one of the doctors in the States says, this is done wrong too, but he says, if your eye were okay, we'd be able to see. It's not put right on. It is not.
Okay.
That too. Nothing was right. So, all right, let me think. Okay.
So he operated you the first time.
Yeah, the second time.
He put some oil in your eye.
He says he cleaned it up, put oil in it, silicone oil.
Okay, and did you? Were you able to see after that?
No. Whether I look up or down after Tourville touched it was finished.
Finished.
Completely.
Finished.
Yeah. Okay. And so the second time I am in the operating room, there's 2-3 nurses on my left hand side. 2 nurses showed up with a sheet and a pad.
A form?
A couple of nurses, yeah. And they said, "Mr. Lessard, we forgot to make you sign it." Tourville is at the other end, on the left-hand side, facing the wall. He says, "Don't sign it." He says, "If you do sign it, you're not going to be able to sue us. Don't sign it." What am I going to do? I signed it. Other than that, nobody's going to touch me. I'm there to be fixed, Okay, see.
That was a joke, but not...
It was not a joke. It is sure it's not professional. Anybody that says anything when you're in the operating room, shut up.
Yeah, sure.
Idiot,
Uh-huh.
So anyway, I knew it was kind of, well, when I first saw him, when he threw the banana on the desk of the nurse, I mean, hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's not professional.
Hey, a doctor, just before he's going to operate on you.
Yeah.
So that guy, anyway, he was qualified as a quack later on.
And so after the second operation of the second doctor, you were not able to see anymore?
None whatsoever.
And did you have any pain in your eye?
Oh yeah, that's, yeah. Okay, so after the last operation with Tourville, I went home, of course, I'm not staying there. The next morning, look at it, and he says, because every day the next morning you see the doctor after his operation. Look at it, he says, I would have to operate you again, but he says I can't. You would have to have the head down for me to operate, and it cannot be done. Okay, now he knew he had the silicone drop on the iris.
He didn't want to tell you, but
no,
he knew that.
Nobody in Quebec told me that. I had to go to the state to find out.
Yeah.
They did not say anything.
So it's a big mistake. He made a big mistake.
Especially when it's your eye.
Yeah, sure. So you were, that was very painful. What?
So back home at the night, it hurts a lot, but they gave me drops. But my eye was swollen, was so
swelling.
Yeah, swelling that was so swelling that I could not open it. You know, to put the drops. I went back in the hospital, I think the next morning, I could not wait. So I went to the hospital that morning, and as I got in there was no doctor. I mean, to the reception, there was no doctor. That was the same guy that assists Casey when I first saw Casey, first operation, was there.
His assistant was there.
Yeah, yes.
He saw your eye.
Yeah. You look at my eye with the girl there, they talk together, blah, blah, what we're going to do is why the eye is swelling and you can't put the drop. So you have to
open it.
Open it, another one put the drop. So they decide to keep me there.
At the hospital.
At the hospital, yeah.
For how many days?
5 days.
5 days.
Yeah. At the end of it, I could do it myself, you know, because it loosened it up. Okay. So it was easy if you can open it. So, yeah, 5 days. Okay, and then I had more appointment with Tourville, probably, let's say, at least 3, maybe 4. At the end, we're in at the end, middle of November, I told Tourville, because he would give me appointment every so many days, let's say 5, 6 days, and looking at it, and give me more drops. At one point, I had 8 drops a day of that stuff there that one doctor stopped me from doing it.
Cortisone.
Cortisone, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so
then you stopped to see him and you went to the United States.
I told Tourville, I said, well, I'm not going to come back here anymore. I said, I'm going to the state.
Okay.
My girlfriend-in-law, no, that woman, in-law of my girlfriend's, she works with the, used to work with the doctor that operates in the eye in Jacksonville.
Okay.
So Jean called, every time I get out of the hospital, I call my girlfriend in Daytona and I tell her what happened, what they did. At one point she says, don't go, her sister-in-law says, tell him not to go there because the guy is a quack. If he does what he says he's going to do.
Okay.
Okay, because I report everything. I get out the parking lot to save a couple of bucks.
And you called immediately
right away,
to tell them what happened.
And I write stuff down like I do here.
She told you not to go back.
Yeah, she called her sister-in-law. And at one point she says, don't let him do that. This guy does not know what he is doing.
For sure.
Okay, because at one point, that was Casey, the other one too. Casey says one time, after the first operation, next time he says, we're going to take the cataract out and later on we're going to put a lens. So I told her that. She says, don't let him do that. You're not going to be able to see. This is something that cannot be done.
Okay.
That's it.
So you went to the United States to see that woman?
Yeah.
That nurse?
Yeah, of course I did, because I lived there in the winter.
Okay.
And for so many years, since 1954, so I'm not, it's not a vacation for me, it's my people. So, yeah.
So you saw her, and...
Yeah, so I went to Daytona, and with Jean, my girlfriend, we went to, they live in Green Cove Spring, close to Jacksonville. We went there on a Sunday, so, because we had told her before we're going to, so, and we went to the hospital, St. Vincent, in Jacksonville. St. Vincent in Jacksonville, she opened the door, she works there, she's got the key and everything, she works with a doctor. She looked at my eye, she says, and then she writes stuff down. There is a silicone bubble on the iris.
This is not
Who done
at
that?
that time that you learned that.
Yeah.
You had
Yeah.
silicone on your iris.
And before I left the Saint-Sacrement, last time I saw Tourville, he says, when I told him I'm going to show it in the state, some doctor, he says, they're going to find it very bad, very messed up.
He said that.
He said that big time. You can't see why.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the last time I saw him, he says, if you go there, he says, they're going to find it messed it up. Okay. So nobody before had except him, you know, I saw it. So anyway, so
She passed all the tests that she could. And
she only looked at it, and she showed my my girlfriend and her husband. She says, look at that. So anybody could see it.
the silicone bubble.
Yeah, the bubble silicone on the iris.
Okay.
Okay. So that's a Tourville job. Anyway, so she says, I'm afraid you're not going to be able to
See it anymore.
with that eye. And so she gave me a piece of paper, wrote down it, whatever it was, you know. Because that was on Sunday morning around 11, 12 o'clock. She was just doing me a favor, you know. It didn't cost anything. She didn't charge me either. Anyway, so before Tourville had told me to have my pressure checked, eye pressure. I had 1 or 2 when I left there. So the Mary checked the pressure, I had 4 there. Okay. And later on, I went down the street from where I lived, Palm Coast, and there's at Walmart there's an office, there's a doctor there. He goes there twice a day. I mean a week, excuse me. Goes there twice a week, and he's got a shop and everything other places. And I went out there and I thought, there's a few nurses. I tell the one nurse, I said, I need to have my pressure checked. I said, only one eye. I said, how much is going to be? She went inside, she came back, she says, $20. She says, why? So I gave her my story. And
she took, the doctor took your pressure?
She said $20. I said, when can you, she says, right away.
Okay.
I was going there for an appointment right away, so I go in there, check my pressure, both eyes. They don't fool around. And now I have 4 or 5. Anyway, the first time I went up to 8 that same winter, so 6 and 8, yeah. So she looked at it, and then the doctor came over and said, "They just don't take your pressure and go." The doctor came over, said, Dr. Harbuck. The first one. He sits there, he look at my eye, and he says, "Done that."
He was impressed.
He's mad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because the job was so.
It was a chaos. It was messed up.
Horrible.
Yeah. He says, "I'm afraid this eye's never going to see again."
Oh, that was a shock.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so
and then you came back to Quebec City.
Yeah, but not at the time. The whole winter I had the pressure check every couple of weeks, $20, you know.
Okay.
I want to know what's happening. You know?
Sure.
Because I always think, and this eye is going to say, I'm going to fix it, but I can't fix it. But that I have it's my attitude there.
Yes.
Anyway, so came back to Quebec in 2013 because 2012, the end 2012, December 2013.
Yeah, sure.
I had my friend taking an appointment with a doctor across the bridge here in Quebec. It's called Levy. And the guy is Maury, Stephen Maury. So he looked at I tell him the story. I told him the case of Tourville came in with the banana. I say that to everybody,
Yeah.
because when you do that, you're not right.
You're not professional.
No,
No.
you're not right at all. It's something I thought, sometimes I thought he was stoned. I really did thought this guy was stoned. He acted like nonchalant and,
Maybe it was.
I think my opinion, because I have smoked pot before or took other stuff, and I know what it feels like, what you do. You're not as precise or anything, unless you're a specialist to do that. But he just act like a stone person. That's it. I'm not going to swear on that, but exactly that's what he did anyway. Even when you're stoned, you look for a garbage can when you have something to throw, not a banana. Few minutes before you operate. I mean, everything there was ridiculous from people that are supposed to be professional.
Yeah, sure.
You go into a barn, it's better than that. They take care of their animal better than any of these idiots here. So anyway,
You want to see someone on the...
Yeah, Levy.
Levy.
So Levy, I ask him, I tell him that the Tourville, he says, I know him, he says he's like that. Well, that's not good,
No, everybody
and I am
knows.
with my friend there at the same time, Tanguy is with me. That's his doctor, he took an appointment for me when I was in the state. So that's in May. We gotta be in beginning of May. Okay, at 2:13. So, got out of there and asked him for a report. He says, we'll send you one. We never got one. We're in 2017, and my doctor last year, my family doctor last year, sent them a note to have one. She never received anything. So they only charge you $30, but you don't know nothing.
He didn't want to
Nothing.
give you a report.
No.
A medical report.
Has nothing to say. You see the messed up, but he's not going to say that. We already know it. Why, it's just everybody already know it. But I want to.
He didn't want to put the doctor in troubles.
No, well, it just didn't do anything. In fact, like I said, my doctor into last year, she tried to have it. She said, when I saw her not too long ago, she said they never sent me back anything. No. After that, I'm going to the hospital. They called me for a date, for an appointment.
An appointment.
Yeah.
Okay, and you didn't see the first two doctors, you see somebody else.
Yeah, so I went there. So, at Saint-Sacrement, the same hospital they operate, but our doc told me, do not go see those people again.
Okay, so you didn't...
Don't go back there.
You saw somebody else.
Yeah, so I went back there. I want to do something. That's the only place I believe in Quebec that does it. So when our doc told me that, I did not go, but I went to see somebody else.
Yeah.
So the name was Saint-Mars. But before I see Saint-Mars, I am in the hallway, all registered and everything with your card, and I'm talking to the nurse there. I said, I know now what my eye has, the problem with my eye, so I have the sheet that they gave me in Florida. So I show it to her, she grabbed it out of my hand like that. Take a photocopy and came back. From that time, after that, once in a while, when I get the report or a sheet, this thing was in it. They did not, the one in Florida.
They took the information.
Yeah, from these people.
Yeah.
The degrees, so many degrees, and everything. No, they look good, so many degrees, so good. They're not good, that's it. Now, that was in 2012, okay? All the time, gotta get back at the date there. And
so you saw the doctor Saint-Mars?
Saint-Mars, yeah.
At the hospital Saint-Sacrement in Quebec City, when you came back from Florida.
And that's 213, we're in 213. Probably June at that point.
But what did he say, Dr.
Saint-Mars? I tell him, well, he knows what happened because they all just a little group there, but I, probably don't know the exact time there. So I said, Saint-Mars, I said, I had an operation here. Now I can tell him what I have. Even he does know. If you look at it, everybody look at it, they know it.
Oh, yeah.
And anyway, so Saint-Mars said, he says, What do you want me to do? Hey, I said, that's why I'm coming here for.
You are the doctor.
Yeah.
You tell me what I
Yeah, that's why I'm coming here for. I said, that's why I'm here for. You know, I'm not the doctor. Well, he says, go back to the one who operated on you. I said, I can't do that. They told me to never go see him again. Or the other one, both of them. They're two quacks.
Yeah.
They
He didn't want to do anything for you.
No, of course. Go back to see the one that would be Tourville. The other one, KC, is a complete mummy. I mean, zilt. Complete.
So what happened after you saw Dr. Cinq-Mars?
What's after Saint-Roch, man? Now I have a headache. Super. The headache all the time. I'm used to it.
Because of your eye.
Yeah. Well, I don't know at the time, but that's what it was. So I'm going to see Duquette. I'm going to Montreal. I saw, anyway, I got the name written down. He'll come back in a minute. I saw two doctors there. One under the table.
Michael Seabag?
Michael Seabag. That's it. That's a clinic in Montreal.
Montreal, yeah.
So he told me, Seabag told me, if I was you, I would not touch it. You know, I would just leave it there. You look at it, didn't say more. He looked at the record. I don't think he looked at he got the sheet and read it and everything. He says, and with his whatever he had, and he says, if I was you, I would not touch it. That was Seabag. At least he had some kind of a truth in it, you know. And yeah.
So what happened with your headache? You saw somebody else about that?
Yeah, oh yeah. Altogether, I probably saw 12, 13, 14 doctors. Every time I went to a place, and you know, one time I just give $100. I said, check the pressure. Otherwise, I had no appointment. I see the doctor in the hallway, shoot, and he took my pressure. I had this, I think I had 6 then. But I wanted to know. That's why, because very last year I went to Saint-Sacrement again. The name is Godreau. A new doctor, I go see him, but I won't let him touch I tried to freeze. I said, you don't touch that eye. Do not touch it. No, you like at me. I said, that's it. That's the one who's screwed up, not that one. Do not touch it. Check the pressure. He checked the pressure. He says, I have 0.
Oh,
okay?
0 is not good because
0. It's just last year. 0. I'm not satisfied. That's when it cost me $100. So the next day I'm leaving for Florida because I do that every year. And in Montreal I had 4 or 6. Okay. Syracuse I had 6. And the other place that I go by my house in Florida, I have 8 all the time. In the same 3, 4, 5 days.
Curious.
So when I came back this year, I went there, I told him, I said, hey, I left here, but 10 hours later I have 6. What is it? Oh, blah, 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 blah. Hey.
He said, the first one said that was 0, but that was very important because 0,
yeah.
you have to take off the eye.
But I could not believe it because I have it checked every once in a while. It's 8 lately. It's 8 last year again. This guy said 0. What's the matter with these people? What's the matter with these, you know, unbelievable. And he's like, oh, 0. I said, it was not 0. I said, 20 hours later, I had 6 in Canada, you know.
So he made a
cost
mistake.
me $100, but I got it.
He made a mistake.
Mistake, they all make. I don't know, that they live in mistake.
Yeah.
They're full of it. Oh.
Okay, we come back to your medical story about your eye. So you went back to the Florida, but you still have a headache. What did you do about that?
So when I came back here in 2013, I was there when I stopped disappear. 2013, so I went to see a few doctors. Duquette, what's the other one? Lafont. Lafont didn't want to see me at all. He says, I'm not going to see him, but I had an appointment, I'm sitting there.
He was in the office and he didn't want to see you.
That's exactly right. because he knew the story and everything. I understand that, but they did give me an appointment.
Yeah.
You know, another joke. They're full of it. So I'm saying, Duquette, before you go see a doctor, there's the assistant or the nurse or somebody to receive you. So I'm going to Duquette on Boulevard Laurier in Quebec. And go in there. This is a guy there. So I'm sit there, they have the thing, they all have it. You put your chin there and check it. Look at the eye. So this guy look at my eye. I'm going to see Duquette in a minute. He look at it, he says, somebody who does that deserves a kick in the ass.
He saw that the job was...
I saw the eye. Everybody, they were, oh, who done that? Everybody, when they saw my eye, they were surprised. You know? So, in fact, some people have said quite a bit of stuff about it.
So then you saw the doctor over there, and
then I saw
you spoke about your headache.
Yeah, my headache, they didn't know. Nobody, you know, headache, no. That's it. No, don't worry, they don't know what it is.
You didn't care about that?
No, well, they don't know what it is. You have a headache, you come to me, you said you have a headache. I'm not a doctor. Well, I might give you an aspirin or so, but since my operation, when I tell them that, it looks like it's normal, you know, to me, because it was, he says, look, he says, I don't think I can do anything about that. Well, at one point, somebody said something like that, whether it's Duquette or anything. So I knew, just wait till it disappears if it does. Okay, there's no bother with that. And all the time I'm putting drops every day because I have these prescription for the drops. The drops has never stopped up until...
So you're still putting some cortisone on your eye?
No, but at that time, yes.
At that time.
Yeah. So, like I said, the assistant says, somebody who did, the person who did that deserve a kick in the ass. So,
dirty job, dirty job.
What's his name? Buck told me never see these people again too, you know. You know, it's so, everything is so obvious. And, well, I know that now. And so I saw Duquette. So Duquette, a couple of times. The first time, that was it. So we look at it, he says, I said, Saint-Mas may operate on it. I don't think I had seen Saint-Mas before Duquette.
Yeah.
And he says, go see him, but I said, I'm going to go ask him if he can do anything again, you know, because I don't want to let it go like that. Even though he told me, go see whoever done that. So, well, he says, if Saint-Mas is going to do anything, he says, tell him to call me. I know him very good. I'm just saying the things that they said there in the whole thing. A lot of stuff, it's not important, but that's the following of everything. So I'm going. Then after that, I saw Seabag in Montreal. Told me don't touch it, leave it there. Then I came back to Duquette. I said, Duquette, I need you to. Oh, my family doctor gave me a note. I want to go to Ottawa.
Okay.
In Canada. It's in Ontario. There are a lot more sophisticated and more educated people because I have that experience from before.
So you were supposed to have an appointment to the Ontario hospital?
Yeah, to Ottawa.
Ottawa, okay.
Yeah, because I've been to that hospital and I know how it is. You know, it's not the same people at all. It's completely different class of people. From the beginning, from the person who talked to you in the beginning to the end.
Okay.
And I mean, in the setup, okay? So anyway, so Duquette, I went to Duquette with that paper, or not, or whatever, I had something. And I said, Duquette, send me there. Takes a doctor to refer you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Duquette, oh yeah, okay. So, talk to this girl there and everything, take the information and everything. So I'm leaving. I call the next day. He says they don't want to take you. Okay, so I'm going there to Duquette place. I'm not satisfied with his answer. I said, what is this? I said, that don't make sense. I said, I have an eye problem, a serious problem, and I said, nobody refused to look at it. Since when? Oh, he says, I call and we send an email or a fax. They don't want to. Okay, so give me a sheet of paper. It says hospital so and so. I'm going home and I call for 2 days. First day, only one doctor was there. I know the name almost by heart, but I wrote them down. So I called the girl, the assistant of that one doctor. She says, we never don't have that name here. We never had any request for anybody to come here from anywhere.
Appointment. You didn't have any appointment?
None at all. None. Nobody talked from Quebec or anywhere for me.
That wasn't
Zero. Zilt.
He didn't do that?
No. So you could have told me I can't do that, you just go. You know, I would.
Yeah, sure.
You know, but it's lie after lie after lie. These creeps, they are creeps. So Hurley, Dr. Hurley, the one, I get the other name. In Ottawa, there was two. So she says, the other one, she says, you cannot talk to us, they're not here today. Or she's not here, or whatever. So the next day, I got everything, the information, I called the other one, and she says, no, nothing happened here, I said, I swear, and I talk, I'm just not going to let go. I said, are you sure? You know, I kept scrutinizing. So there was nobody. So Duquette wasn't asked to me. So I'm going back there. And I said, Duquette, I said, nobody there. Oh, he says, we did it. Huh? I said, you did not. But I said, no, give me something for my headache. Severe headache. But I'm used to it. Oh, can't do that. He says, then at one point he says, I am not, anyway, he mumbled something. Okay, so I left. That's the last time I went there. Duquette really is an ass too. Because instead to tell you right away, you come here for nothing, I cannot do anything for you.
Yeah, sure.
No, they drag you, they charge you $35. What a joke, you know. And that's nothing. Don't even give you a receipt, not a paper, no nothing. The receipt for 35, I guess, yes. Yes, they did. I have a few. Anyway, so later on, probably 214 or 215, probably 214, not 215. I happened to go to my clinic where my family doctor is. My doctor is not there, so I need to, yes, okay. My doctor had told me before I had a little kiss and left kidney. She wants to make sure it's not bad, so she had me taking tests at the CHUL in Quebec on Laurier Boulevard. And she had told me she was going to give me an appointment again. No, I had something else. Anyway, I went there to the clinic, and that doctor there was not my family doctor. While talking, because now I was wearing this, so the story came up, and I tell him about my headache. It's, what do you do? I said, I use these drops. I have the drops with me all the time, because I'm going to do sometimes 8 times a day. The idiot told me to do, but at that time probably was only 3 times. But I have my drop all the time, in case I'm going for 2, 4, 5, 6 hours, 3 times a day. I need my drop. And he says, don't do that. He says, this is cortisone. He says, you cannot do that forever. Well, I said, that's a prescription. He says, stop that. I stopped it. A week later, no more headache. Never had any more headache.
That was the drops, the problem.
From the ophthalmologist.
They didn't tell you to stop that.
Yeah. And I saw one time on the paper, well, we're going to have to talk about the lawyer too. It's another crazy thing. Super crazy.
But we are going to finish your story before.
Yeah, okay. All right.
So what happened when you saw the last, your family doctor? You saw somebody at the hospital, I think. Oh,
that's the same way they're going to check the kiss.
Yeah.
It was all right. So there was nothing there. Well, the kiss was, she says, has no meaning at all. So I'm out there waiting for that girl there. And that's a funny name.
You're waiting to see the doctor?
The doctor for my kiss in the back.
So you are...
Don't bother, I don't even know I am.
You are in the room where everybody is?
So I'm going to the toilet, come back, and I'm against the door there. I'm tired to sit there. There's a couple of all the time, so I want to be quiet. So I'm against the wall there, not in the way. The doctor come by, a man, look at me, what's that?
You are speaking about what you have on your glasses.
Yeah.
Okay, and what is it for?
So the story, it's for the light, like here. See, if I'm like that, I would have to keep my hands there all the time because that's my only eye.
Okay,
Can't see the other
because
one. So with this,
the light makes a problem.
Yeah, even if it's just a shade, it won't work. It has to be paint. You don't want the light to go through it because it kind of, it's not precise.
Okay.
It bothers your eye, and you don't want that.
Okay, so a doctor saw you and went to ask you what was it for?
So I gave him the story again.
Okay.
Everybody. So he says, wait a minute. He went back for about 4 or 5 minutes. Came back. He gave me two sheets, two forms, twice, 2 reports. He says, fill that up. He says, send that to the College of Medicine. The address is on it and everything. It's on Boulevard Lévesque in Montreal.
So he wanted you to send a complaint
to the College of Medicine.
About those 2 doctors.
Yeah. But if I don't see that guy, I don't even know you can complain.
Okay. He told you.
Everything is new for me.
Okay.
They drag me, everything. They all drag you.
Okay.
Why? I don't know. Because they're not doing their work. So anyway, so he says you don't have to tell them that the doctor gave you that. He says, I can do it. There's no problem there, but don't say it for nothing. He says, you can even have that on the internet if you want to, this copy. But you have to know.
Sure.
You know, if I don't meet that guy, I'm screwed up again.
Yeah.
I'm still screwed up, but I mean, you know.
So to finish your medical story about your eye, you didn't see any other doctor after the one who told you to stop your
except on the side, like I do. Like last year, I went
to have the pressure.
Had my eye pressure, that I keep it doing it all the time.
Okay. So your medical story stopped there.
Yes.
Then you started to sue the doctor?
No. Okay.
Not yet. No. You wanted to.
No. I fill out that
the
complaint, the form for the complaint.
Okay.
Okay, but I don't have a lawyer yet, so I went to the assistant. They have assist you to get a lawyer. In other words, they pay for it.
Okay.
You know, because you know when you have
it's a program.
A small pension and you're 82. I'm 82 years old.
So you could have a lawyer for free?
Yes.
So you went there to have what?
To have the permit to get a lawyer. She says you can take any lawyer you want. Okay. So I heard about the lawyer Menard Martin in Montreal. They're the best in this and that. And other BS. Excuse me not. I don't want to be excused. So I called her. I said, give me an appointment. I'm going to go. No, she says, we have somebody in Quebec. Okay. Well, okay. But it took about a month to see that lawyer in Quebec. Her name was Julie Langlois. Okay. So tried to call her. Her mail box was full. I mean, the box when you call it was full. It was never talk to her. Every time I called to Montreal, probably happened a couple of times. Then I called in Montreal. Then she would call me a couple of days later. So one time, the first time, I'm going back to the people that helps me to get the lawyer. I went to that woman. I said, it's been 2 or 3 weeks now. I said, I never heard anything. She says, it's been gone for a long time. She said, you're approved and everything. She told me so, but nothing was happening. So I called that's when I called Montreal. I said, nothing's happening. So, Julie Langlois called me maybe a day later. Anyway, she did call me back, and she gave me an appointment at the courthouse downtown Quebec, the big courthouse. Okay. Okay, so I went there around the 15th of June, July, I don't know. It's not important, I have all the dates if somebody wants to know, but it's what happened, it counts. So, go in there, Julie Langlois, and then got the little cube office and everything. Probably at 1 o'clock, from 1 to 5 o'clock, She taught all the time. Very professional job that I can tell when somebody is a pro or is an idiot. Because she take notes and everything, and she listens to when I talk and everything. You know, you can tell who you're talking to. What the, you know, that kind of a person it is, sort of. So then before the end, we're going to be leaving. I mean, it's the whole day.
Yeah.
So I told her that about the report and everything and all this stuff for the doctor that I had filled it up. She says, let me read it, and it's in an envelope. It's all address, the turn back address and everything. College of Medicine, Boulevard Lévesque, Montréal.
To read your complaint?
And send it because she's a pro, and maybe I need to, you know, I'm not too okay, you know, but I fill it up. And I wrote what happened with Casey, with the when he took the test was no good, did not want to redo it. And Tourville, the things he done and everything, and the silicone bubble on the iris.
Yeah.
The rest of the junk, I don't care, but it just showed that that guy doesn't have any manners, you know, to start with, you know, can't write a damn letter, and really done a bad job on me. So, okay.
When did you see the lawyer again?
Okay, when never.
Never?
Never, that day. So I gave him that college report, the envelope, you know, one of those standard big things, just like that. I said there's no stamp on it. I said don't forget to put a stamp. I don't have to say it, but I said it, okay? She says I'm going to read it and send it. I said send it right away because I like to make a complaint before I take a lawyer.
Yeah, sure.
You know, why do I take a lawyer if I'm okay? That doesn't make sense.
No.
So she's gone. And months later, I talked to her once because she was leaving that place. She was not going to work for that company anymore, Menard Martin.
How long did...
4, 5, 6 months.
6 months later, you knew that she
I went to Florida, come back 6 months later.
Okay.
And I have never talked to her.
No? You didn't?
Could not reach her.
Okay.
When I did, either I receive a letter or a call to tell me that Langlois, Julie Langlois, was not working there anymore. Okay. But I did talk to her. She was there. There was some kind of, a couple of fishy things happened before that. Not very important, but I thought there was something fishy in that. So that was B. Lawrence Sarrazin. I had my case. So she's the one who talked to me. Then, I don't know what happened. If another day that I tried to get in touch with Langlois, I told Langlois, I said, you didn't even send the report for the medicine. She said, hey, Mr. I said, hey, you was going to read it and send it right away. What is it with your language? You don't understand your own language? 6
months later, after you saw her, she didn't even look at your complaint?
No.
And she did nothing?
No. This was not sent. In fact, they sent it back to me. That's why I know it. I got it right now. I have it with the phony report. That's quite a show.
Okay, so what happened after your case was given to the other lawyer?
Yeah, well, same thing. That's the same office, same thing. So the Sarrazin, she says, Mr. Lessard, we have to have you pass the test in Montreal. Some specialist needs to see you. I cannot go to court without. Okay, that's Sarrazin told me that.
Because she wanted you to see somebody else.
She wants to have an exam from a super specialist, which is a super idiot. Now I have to mention that, and I'm going to tell you his name.
And she, when did you see
this? It's the president of Mount something in Montreal. I don't have it here. Okay, so because she needs a specialist to go to court with her. Okay? She said, I'm not going to court alone. I need a specialist to tell the court what's going on and what's happening.
Okay.
How can he know what's happening? He doesn't know his mouth from his elbow. So that idiot, I mentioned idiot, and his name is Boileau. And I'm not worried about saying that because I'll show you how he proved it to me. So anyway, now we're on the phone, okay? So with her. And she says, you know, Mr. Lassard, it takes a long time to have an appointment with the specialist. Oh, yeah, oh, well, okay. It could take a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but hey, if he's there, if he works there, I mean, hey, an appointment of an hour, and you know, if it's important, you're going to get it.
Yeah.
So, okay, everything is, nothing happening. So another month maybe or so, I got in my car, went to their office in Montreal on Hochelaga Street.
Why did you went there?
Because nobody talks to me.
Okay.
Nothing is happening.
Okay.
You know? And likewise, not send a report. I don't feel good about these idiots, okay? These nonsense. So, okay, going in there, 9:30, they opened at 9:30. I got all kinds of book, and I'm sitting there. I'm talk to the information, that woman, an older woman. Tell her that I have a case here with the lawyer, Sarrazin, everything. She says, sir, she's not here, she's at the court. I said, that's all right. I said, I'm going to sit there. And when she comes back today or tomorrow, I don't care, I need to see her. That's it. I drove from Quebec there, it's like, you know, quite a ways. And she's looking at me once in a while. And then she called. She says, just a minute. She called up here, on the second floor. There's 2 lawyers there. She says, there's 2 guys here. She says, they're going to come and see you. Come down the stair, one said, the tall one, he says, I cannot be here more than, I have to be at the courthouse in an hour. I cannot be here very long. So the other one, another word. So we go into a room with a big table, probably 12 chairs around or more, big one. And I'm sit there with my stuff, and the 2 lawyers are right here against the door. The door was there. Start talking. They listen. Very interesting the way they listen, because, you know, they are interested. You can tell, you know, they're not. So the tall lawyer says, okay, says, I have to go. The other one says, you know, he says, I'm doing the same job as Langlois and Sarrazin does. And he takes note. He's got a satchel, but on the satchel he's got a piece of paper. He takes note. That's good. I like it. So when he finishes, oh, we have a call. Sarrazin wants to talk to me. Oh. Okay, I'm going to the information. She gave me the phone. She says, what are you doing there, Mr. Lassard? I said, I want this thing to move, you know. Nothing is moving. I said, I want to know what's going on. She said, again, she says, it's hard to get an appointment. Well, I said, I'm not leaving. I said, I'm going to go to my brother-in-law. And I said, when you have an appointment, let me know. I leave this place. I say about an hour. I'm on the road going to my brother-in-law, quite far away, probably 50 miles or 40. And I received the phone. The hospital of in North Montreal.
La clinique d'ophtalmologie des Laurentides.
Yeah, de Laurentides. Call me. Mr. Lassard, you have an appointment. I think it's on the 15th of July.
Okay.
Or August. I think it was 15th of July, because my friend from Daytona came down specially for that. Because she said she saw enough BS with these people before, because she was there with the melanoma, she was there all the time.
Why did she choose this place? Because that was far from Quebec City?
Because it's in Montreal, the court's going to, I don't know. I asked Sarrazin. I said, she says, there's something, I said, I like to go to a place where this guy doesn't know the other doctor. I didn't know it was impossible that he didn't know him, but that I did not know, okay, at that time. Now I do. She said, oh, she says, Dr. Boileau doesn't know this guy at all.
Okay.
You know, it cannot hurt. I don't care if he knows, but if he doesn't know him, at least he's not his buddy.
Okay.
Okay? To me, that's it has a little meaning, little bit of a meaning. So, okay. So on the 15th, the Jean came down from Daytona. She wanted to go there because she said, I saw so many things happen with me, because I went to hospital quite often, you know, probably at least once a year for different reasons. And we're going out there. So at the hospital, at that hospital, I have a sheet of paper to check my eye for my driver's license. That's besides the point. But I am going to do that at the same time. They're going to check it out, blah, 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 and report. So I'm out there, gave that to the nurse who's going to do it. So I'm in this apartment, this room, where they have the equipment there to check your eye, the regular machine. Then Boileau comes in. Oh, I just got back from vacation.
Another
Another one. By the way, the most phrase that I heard from these doctors is, I'm going on vacation, I'm going to go on vacation, I come back from vacation, you screwed up my vacation, you know, they call me to work on you, vacation is the word. That's a common word for doctors, ophthalmologists that I saw. Probably not every one of them, but that's enough for me. So, and then he looked at me, he says, hey, look at this. Nobody else but an idiot like that told me that since I have that. They ask me why you have that. He says, if the police sees you with that, they're going to arrest you. Hey, please, idiots. Why don't you ask me what does it do? It keeps me from being blurry. It makes me see better, idiot. Why would I block my eye, you know? It doesn't make sense, not one bit. So it's from the president of that hospital that I hear that. Why I say he's an idiot, that's the reason. Okay, one of the reasons. I have another reason. Now he's put your chin there, he's in front of that machine, and he does. I believe he doesn't turn the right way because it's nothing. He turns around and told that nurse, who in the hell, don't type that, I can't turn it. While he's screaming, I'm doing this, it's nothing, it's not tight. Then, he says, you took your two hand, idiots. I didn't force, I just turned. I happened to, there's two knobs on each side. You know, that's why I put my hands there. I don't know that machine. I just tried to move it. It's perfect. Now he's straightening it out and look at it. And he says, he look at it, says, what you want me to do? I said, the lawyer sent me here. I said, for you to have a report that what's wrong with my eye and all this, whatever you have to do, you know, that's his job, the idiot. His name is Boileau again, okay? And I'm not ashamed to say that at any time.
But did he know the doctor from Quebec?
Not only that, so my story again, I said the operation, and Casey, and then Tourville. Oh, he says, Tourville, I know him very well. Why would the lawyer tell you something like that? Like you're a 5-year-old kid, you know? It doesn't make sense. Why are these people, they contradictory themselves every minute, every time. They just say one thing and the other one say the opposite. Oh, it is ridiculous.
So it
wasn't are supposed to be pro.
At the moment you knew that he knew this doctor. You could not have a unbiased medical evaluation. That was not possible.
No, and at that point I didn't care anymore. In fact, when I went there, I knew it was another joke.
Okay.
Because everything was like that all the way down. They dragged me in every which way they could.
Okay. So what happened after you saw the doctor from the Laurentide?
Okay, I come down and then I received a call the next day. Received a call from Lawrence Sarrazin.
The lawyer?
The lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah. The lawyer told me she could not go to court because Boileau was not going to go to court to tell anything with her. But she needs somebody to go to court. But
did he gave her an evaluation from your eye?
I don't know. There was over the phone from her, called her from, you know, because it happens there, and the next day she says she can't go to court. Okay. Or send an email or whatever, but he called her and told her that she says the doctor told me he cannot come to court for that case.
Why he can't?
Well, that's in his mind. That is in his mind and the lawyer's mind.
Because he saw what happened to your eye, but he didn't want to speak about the other ophthalmologist.
No, because the eyes got that silicone bubble. Everybody can see that right away.
Yeah.
The assistant of the cat told her right away, says, this guy deserves a kick in the ass. He didn't look for his word when he said that.
So the doctor from the
Same thing.
Laurentides saw that. He
Every
saw
one
that.
of them, you know. So
Yeah.
they just jumped up. They said they can't be fixed. So if it can't be fixed, they have nothing to say.
But they can speak for...
Yes, but they won't do it.
You won't do it.
No. Even the lawyer dropped the case. But the lawyer dropped the case, I think, because the report that they received from Saint Sacrament way before. So they asked, she asked me if I had enough, before that, Sarrazin. We're going to go back a little bit. Sarrazin or Langlois. They asked me if I had an hospital report. I said, I have 2-3 pages from the beginning, but I don't have the whole thing. Oh, we're going to get one. So they referred to the hospital for them to send my report of the operation, everything. The report says, from another doctor, which I've never seen, never saw. That doctor sent a report that she saw me, I had the glaucoma, I had my retina screwed up, first time, and my eye was sick. I never saw that doctor in my life.
That was in your medical
report? That the Saint Sacrament Hospital sent to the lawyer when the lawyer asked for.
But that was a false report.
Oh, it is, super false.
But
it's so false that I was raging.
How did you know that?
Because the lawyers didn't want to go to court. They sent me all my paper back, and I look at it and I said, what?
Okay.
I just went crazy.
You saw
completely.
That, oh, there's something tricky.
Tricky, 100%. These liars, these people have no responsibility whatsoever, nothing. You know, I just want, you know, me, it was, and my report from the College of Medicine back. So I got all that.
So the complaint had never been
Everything, never touched.
No.
Never touched, you know. So that, when I saw that report, oh shit, now I said, I need a lawyer. So I went back to the place where they help you to get a lawyer. She says, I said, look, I told her a little bit about it. She doesn't want to hear it. That's not her job and everything. You know, I kind of bother her a bit to a point where she got a little, you know, kind of touchy. So I said, look, I said, that's one problem I want to fix. And I said, I need somebody. She said, go get a lawyer. Get yourself a. So I went down to the courthouse there, where all the lawyers called the bar. First time she says, no, we don't have anybody here. The second time, let's say a week later, because I kind of get mad and I kind of relax and I go at it again. Sometimes I just disappear for a while, I go nuts.
So you went there to have another lawyer?
Second time, at that, right downtown at the office in person. I don't call me, I just go.
Okay.
So there's a girl there. I said, I want a lawyer for the case that I have. She says, is that the Saint Sacrament? Because now they recognize me, because I kind of make a little noise, you know. She says, we don't have a lawyer for that.
Oh. So they refuse to help you.
So I turn around. And, well, she says, we don't have a lawyer for that. Those are the exact words that girl. She says, is that the Saint Sacrament Hospital case? I said, yes. She recognizes me.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it was the same girl that I talked to or the other one. It was two girls the first time. Last time. She says, we don't have a lawyer for that. You know?
So nobody could
So I don't know why these people are still doing their job there. I don't understand that, you know. And get paid for what they do.
Yeah. So
and when they say it's the system, it is not.
No.
No.
So what?
It's the people that work in it. That's it.
So what is the purpose of your video? What would you like to say to people who are listening?
The people who are listening is that I intend to sue these idiots there, I have to call them that, or these non-responsible people, okay, who don't care about anything. And I want to sue for $1,500,000. I probably, it's not going to happen. I'm going to try to make it happen. what I want to do is a garage to fix that problem of the eye. And I can do it in a month. Because these assholes doesn't know their elbow from their ass. That's it. They don't know anything.
So if
we are specialists in all the kind of stuff, the machinery and everything. And I went to one doctor in William Dunn, let's say in 2014, because 2013 I only went to Arbok.
In Florida?
And
in Florida?
Yeah. And in about, let's say 30 minutes, I went to tests that I have never saw here in the big hospital. So many, and machinery, it doesn't cost, it costs peanuts, but these people know how to work with it. When I finished with these people, I had 8, 9 tests. They could tell me what I had behind, the eye was clean, everything, done. Then I have, at the end, the doctor is there, says, what you want me to do? I said, I want to fix it. He says, we used to know somebody who could fix it. He even told me, he said, they make an opening in the bottom, or whatever, the eye, of course, I don't know where, and he says, we hope it's going to come out. But
the bubble, the silicone bubble.
Yeah, the bubble will come out, but he says it doesn't happen all the time.
Okay.
So he turned around, he asked the nurse, he says, find me where is this guy is now, because he haven't talked or seen him for 2-3 years, or from what I could tell. She says, we never could find him.
Oh, okay.
So whatever, maybe dead or maybe some
other
country.
So till then, you never find anybody who can help you with your eye?
No.
No.
No. No. So it's
okay, and the purpose of this video is to know your story?
Yeah. It's to spread that story, and if anybody can, if a lawyer think he wants to do something with it, I need it.
Okay.
Right now I'm looking for one, I'm not looking anywhere, I'm just doing it this way.
Okay, it's a call for a lawyer who wishes to deal with this case.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And but and at one point I was going to go in court by myself. They call it in court, alone in court or something like that. But I'm not. I'm not
well, you
inclined with the law. The law is the law, and I don't know anything about it. But I know common sense.
But yeah.
These doctors don't know common sense. They don't know shit.
But you still have the same problem.
I'm really mad.
You still have the same problem. If you go to the law, even if you are alone, you will need a specialist.
That's I don't need a specialist, a doctor. It's obvious my eyes got a silicone bubble. It's obvious Tourville did it. It's obvious what they did. Whatever I said on there, it's 100% exact. So after that, if it's not enough, that is enough.
You will need an unbiased evaluation from your eyes and a specialist who is...
It's done every time I had my pressure checked. They can see it. It's very simple. The silicone bubble was put by, was mistaken. Malpractice from Casey, malpractice from Tourville,
yeah.
100%. Casey, take a test. If he would have done the test and find out, he would have known right away there's blood there. He did not know. He said, very first word, we never saw that. If the test would have been okay, he would have seen it. That, why do you take a test?
Yeah.
You come to my place, I check your tire, it's flat. I don't know what it is. It's just as ridiculous as that.
Okay, Jack, I thank you and I wish you good luck.
Yeah, all right.